Hey guys, on this episode we will install this Plasmacluster. So this is the catalog details. And right here, this is the actual unit. So to those who are not familiar with Plasmacluster, this is basically an air purifier inside your car. However, the scientific explanation for this unit is that it has a technology that emits the same positive and negative ions which can be found in our nature. So then, those helps to suspend the allergens, bacteria, and viruses in our air. And aside from emitting ions, this unit also comes with two additional air filters. The first one is a regular air filter that filters the air that passes through this unit, and the other one is an activated charcoal filter which removes the bad odor inside your car. So right here, these are the accessories that it came with. We have the bracket, the screws and spacers. It also came with a harness. However, I already installed it on the car because way back then I had to test this thing out. But I never mounted it anyway, so on this video we will drill on the ceiling of the car. So this unit will replace the stock dome light. So from this one, it will be this one. So it's a really huge upgrade, isn't it? And right here, I already made a pattern for drilling. So I just use a lid of food container, and I aligned it on the bracket and drilled the holes that fits on our ceiling. So right there. So since this is flexible, I can have it behind the headliner and make this as our guidelines for drilling on the metal part. So let's go guys, and let's do it. Alright guys, so here's the harness that it came with. It has two wire tap connectors right here. And for removing this stock dome light, be sure that you'll never cut any wires, because the connection of this stock dome light is pretty much the same as these wire tap connectors. Let me just show you the bulb assembly. So here it is. As you can see, we have tapping connections right here. So you'll just have to pull the wires from this and you'll have this then. And for installing the harness, it is not the same as the matching color that we did on the head unit. So this harness comes with red wire and blue wire. The red wire will be connected on the blue wire on the stock harness, and the blue wire of the harness of Plasmacluster will be connected on the pink stock wire. So there. So our next step would be positioning the pattern that we did earlier. So it will be like this. But before we insert this one behind the headliner, we'll just have to cut the headliner to give way on the drilling process. So we will cut until we see these holes right here. Alright guys, so we're now done cutting. So for cutting, you can use a cutter. As you can see, the holes can now be seen on the metal part. So we'll just have to insert this guide and start drilling. Our guide is now in place and we're now ready to drill. Okay guys, we are now done drilling, and as you can see, the modification right here is pretty light, and if ever you'll be deciding to put your stock dome light back, there should be no issue with that. And right here, the bracket's now ready to install. I already added some Tesa tape right here just to protect the wirings. And for installation, you'll just have to insert the screw on your chosen slot and put the spacers right here. So there. Alright guys, the bracket's now in place, and as you can see, it was installed nicely and neat. So we're now ready to install the Plasmacluster assembly. When mounting this, you have to disassemble it, and for doing that you have two clips, one right here and one on the other side. So I'll just have to unclip those and then pull this panel upwards. But be careful because there's also other clip inside right here. But on my case, I did not lock it just to save some of the risk of breaking this. So there. And when mounting it, be sure that you hook this up on the bracket, and also the other two right here and right there. And for attaching it, there are 4 screws on this. One right here, right there, right here, and also right there. And here are the screws for this unit. And if ever you got the Plasmacluster without the harness and you only have this, right here we have 2 wiring colors, one solid red and one red with white stripe. So for connecting this, the red one will go on the blue stock wire, and the red with white stripe will go on the pink stock wire. And then this is the ground wire, so I'll just have to insert this one on one of these screws. Alright, it's now firmly attached, and we'll just have to put the cover back, and we're ready to test it out. The cover is now installed. Let's first check the functionality of the dome light. So right here we have it on the off position. Let's turn it on. So it works. And let's check the functionality of the door mode. I'll be opening the door now. So right there, it also works. And for the Plasmacluster switch, here it is. Let's check the first mode. I'll be clicking it once. So it works. This is the automatic mode. Let's click it once again. So this is the sterilization mode. And let's check the third mode. This is the negative ion mode, so it works as well. And the last mode is the off mode. So there, it works. Alright guys, that's all for this episode. Please consider subscribing to our channel so we can have more JDM parts to cover. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.